Greetings, housemates, and welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon. I'm Phwop, and I think I've let myself grow a little lax. Let's really focus on what we got here. So, let me think about this for a second. I go into a dungeon, I start a bunch of fights. Fights are where you really lose. If you're not fighting, you're probably winning, especially if your goal isn't even to fight. Though on mini missions, it certainly is to fight. 10 accuracy, 2 speed, reduce stress. That would be nice with the shield for the man-at-arms. And eventually I have to assault the Darkest Dungeon. And some people have pointed out that speed and dodge are really, really good. And this makes sense. There are a lot of reasons that make sense, but let's consider what speed and dodge do. Dodge is especially good because if the enemy doesn't hit you, they wasted their whole turn. I don't know how many times I've been like, yes, they missed. And maybe that's what I should focus on. I've shifted from thinking weapons were better to buying armor first for my soldiers. What about speed? So when you surprise the enemy, you get to act before all of them. And I've seen how powerful that is, and yet I haven't really focused on it. So since things are really tightening up here at the end, I think I really do need to focus on speed and power. So the only way to add stats to a character that they don't already have access to is through itemization. And it seems to me that if speed and power are the way to go, then the feather crystal is really, really awesome. Stun resistance is pretty brutal to lose. Also, it looks like this lucky talisman is awesome for grave robbers, and that grave robbers are in fact quite awesome. Basically, the berserk mask for the leper, the lock of fury here, probably the book of rage. We've seen that. Items like this, +4 dodge, +1 speed for the Houndmaster. The Houndmaster's ability to guard and increase their dodge. +15 dodge if the torch is high. The Ancestor's coat. Yeah, these kinds of things. The quick draw charm. So the quick draw charm is interesting. Consider how this works. Let me suggest that the first round is present in an inordinate number of your combats, making the quick draw charm's benefit always apply to every combat, and it's a pretty serious benefit. 8 speed, 5% crit chance. Obviously, 5% crit chance doesn't play out all that often, but when it does on the first round, it can certainly put you far ahead. So while it is risky in that you will often miss out on this benefit, the reward is actually quite high because an initial critical hit can do a lot to ensure that the combat goes nice and smooth. So these are what I've been considering. Also, in my foray into the Darkest Dungeon, I don't believe scouting matters at all because I never revealed anything in the hallways. There were no traps, there were fights, and I never learned anything beyond when I moved into a new room. So taking the scouting map seems worthless. And I do believe someone convinced me that taking holy water simply to prevent debuffs from poison, blight, bleed, debuff from actually occurring is a great preventative idea, and I think they are very, very right. So, with all these things in mind, we move on to the next adventure. Let's see. Rabies and grip. I think we can get that cured. 15 dodge if torch is above 75. That's really easy to maintain. The stun resistance, of course, is not there, but that is not a hard one. 4 dodge, not really worth my time. But this is equivalent to the Ancestors, I forget, doublet, except it comes with stun resist penalty instead of stress. But if you think about it, and of course your torchlight has to be high, but if you think about it, stress happens a lot more than stunning attacks. I'll admit stunning attacks are worse, but still. And if you dodge, then the stun won't happen, which means that this bonus partially helps prevent the actual penalty, whereas the other one, I suppose, is also true. So, with all this in mind, perhaps we're itemizing incorrectly, and it's time to go in. Ooh, natural eye. Sexy. Good loadout of skills as well. Natural swing. What is this? Backtracker. Wow. Natural swing. Disc. Wow. Okay, and for that reason, I think man-at-arms, and jesters are quite powerful for their ability to grant the whole team speed. The man-at-arms ability to grant dodge is really good. And camping skills that add dodge or speed are also quite good. The Arbalist's marching order, or whatever it is, forced march, and the tactics or weapons practice, or whatever it is, of the man-at-arms. Weapons practice, nope. Tactics. So, I'm interested in putting all of this thought into practice. Right now we don't have money to spend on other things. And I think I want to pick up this cloak. Let's send these guys. %% room battles, that's actually quite tough for this crew. Might be a dangerous game I'm playing here. I think I need that for sure. That. Definitely need to land these marks. Of course, this whole speed issue would make Legendary Bracer kind of worthless. And the Mooncloak quite good. They're not too hard to find if I want another one anyway. Okay. Let's try this out. Now, particular weaknesses, we are bringing some kind of babies out here. So they're going to need a little help. I want him to be quite fast. I want him to be fast and doji as well. Stress resistance and yeah, we can move him up for the stun. And then her. How can we increase everything? I think we're gonna have to go with these. Oh, what I meant was this. So his accuracy is going to be fiendishly low. You know, scouting won't be as important on this small map. So let's go with this. It will lower our dodge. That's kind of a tough character class to begin with. Okay, we're going mainly for this dodge item, and because these guys need to level up. It's level 3. He's never going to have other level 3s to go up with. We've already got 5 level 1s up and coming, so let's just go for it. Nice, easy one to build up some cash, hopefully. Taking all the food because my heals aren't the most reliable here. We'll take 2 shovels. We have to fight all the room battles. Let's see, it's in the ruins. Let's take. Okay, let's be about it.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
There we go. Okay, straight shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms. 2 shovels. Should be enough.
Cruel
Sadly.
machinations spring to life with a singular purpose.
good, a scout. We're just gonna keep light high. So lots of us are faster than all of these things. %54 chance. Okay. Let's dodge and tank for our ally. Raise our torchlight because we benefit significantly from that. Okay, he got off his one attack, but now he's stunned. Grapefruit Blast is going to be awesome here. And our dodge canceled 2 of these guys' turns. We're going to increase her speed
Their
by killing
formation is
something.
broken. Maintain the offensive.
And we're going to start hammering this guy down. We want to mark him so he takes tons of extra damage. And sadly, the grapefruit, not quite enough.
As the fiend falls,
Thankfully, we have a 90% chance to hit, despite our low-level skills, thanks to that 10 extra accuracy.
monster's size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Alright, so I think that played out the way I wanted it to.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Good, good. So then, if those were the benefits I wanted, then it's important to note what the enemy has, and that is sometimes they're faster than you. So we counter that by killing them and stunning them.
Continue the onslaught.
That would not have killed without the mark.
Them all.
Sadly, she's as fast as our fastest character, and we did not really improve our dodge at all. Thankfully, that guy does relatively little damage.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
That already caused stress, so yeah. Good accuracy. Probably do that 15% extra accuracy. Damage just is not there for that attack. Let's keep her locked down. Good dodge. And we did not get our speed buff for that either. Stun this one. This is why we brought lots of torches. This time we might actually kill someone with it, so
no quarter.
I won't call it a total waste. Let us... Let's mark this one. As she will do a number on it.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Naturally. Good, good.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Critical scout. No secret rooms. We know it scouts 2 in each direction, so no secret rooms at all here. Maybe here, but I'm gonna go with not. So I don't mind using up my key. Sure, heirlooms. It's just easier to acquire heirlooms on the shorter mission because you have less time to fill up your piles, your sacks with stuff. Let's go like this. Excellent. We can stun these. Let's kill them outright. And we control everything. We're gonna fish for crits. We're gonna move into healing position. We're gonna do a little healing. That was probably kind of silly. Let's get him up to snuff since he's protected. I guess we called it anyway.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Okay, so the reason I chose this formation is
struck. A
we can
blazing star is
advance
born.
forward, pushing him back to where he can cry havoc if we want, if things are going particularly well, but it puts our 2 stuns at the front, he says, noticing that his stun is not at the front. I feel weird about not having the hound do lots of hound available. But let's try it. It's time to experiment. Okay, before we go in here, these 2 are, he tanks sometimes, and she has to, she's the most likely to be hit. So we know it's a fight. Let's prepare a little bit. Okay, he's most susceptible to stress, unfortunately. We're gonna have to doge tank. Let's keep this guy out of the fight for a second.
A decisive pummeling.
Also very good. And there's 2 wasted turns thanks to dodge, a stat that I've been massively undervaluing, I believe. Oh, minimum damage. Even minimum damage would be enough to finish her off. Stun this one since it can't be attacked by our arbalist there. Ouch.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
I was hoping that would be a kill. An unimpressive heal, to say the least. But those are no napping. Dodge is good. Thank you, highlight. Okay, definitely time to put him down. We've tried to cover for them and cost ourselves all sorts of pain. And we're right back about where we started. Oh no. Well, that is poorly thought out. Now we're gonna suffer stress from toying around with them, no doubt.
Precision and power.
Okay, we got out of that about what we wanted, but it was definitely
Remind yourself that
rare
overconfidence
item.
is a slow and insidious killer.
Yeah, that was a painful experience. I'm sorry. Sorry I put you guys through that. Okay, let's get you back in front. You in secondary, I think. Let's take this all the way. Slightly ajar. Go for it. Okay, no time to fool around. Eat. Okay, one hallway battle in a small dungeon. Ooh, a bit rough. Okay. He's gonna push our poor cultist over the edge. Or the combo will. Now, how are you going to break my poor cultist? He goes fearful.
Fear and frailty finally
I
claim
assume
their
that's gonna
due.
stress everyone else out. Ruh-roh. Good dodge. We have bandages. Chance to hit. Excellent stun. Not enough. Oh, please. That doesn't sound terrified.
Grievous injury. Palpable fear.
finish her off. No, I feel it coming through. One too few damage. Damn it. That cost us like 50 stressed. Well, oh, more like 70. There's 18 back, and obviously this guy is simply done for. Well, this combat may have annihilated our chances of going further.
A powerful blow.
It's just on the first one. Lesson learned.
A singular strike.
We're better off preventing this one from hitting death's door.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Alright, let's go ahead and call it. The bleed's a bit much for us. And the stress is just going to get worse with this guy's being fearful. And as is, we have two party members who are
Room by room,
not too
hall by
horrifically
hall,
stressed.
we
We did
reclaim
luck out
what
in
is
finishing that
ours.
one a bit earlier than we might have, but it is a very small map. So we get 10k back. We had 19k before I went on this mission, but a lot of those upgrades are permanent, so no regrets. Plus we picked up this nifty camouflage cloak. And thankfully these guys are level 6. Oh, compulsion. Ooh, quick reflexes. Alright.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Mandeville caught syphilis in the pleasures while engaging in pleasures of the flesh. We lost 1,000 gold after Pasfoyer prayed and became overcome with emotion, donating over generously money that was ours. But all in all, not too shabby. Oh, I do love this one. What? 5 dodge. It comes with dodge now. The immunity mask is looking really good in this particular end game. So the fasting seal is all bonus. And Grant's dodge. I'd pick it up if I weren't so strapped for cash. On guard looks really good with dodge and speed bonuses now, if that is what I value. And I believe it is. So let's see. Is level 7 the max? Dujardin went missing. What? Left in search of a holy vision. 10K. I suppose we're less prepared than we were. As long as our torch is high, 2% crit and 5 dodge. Okay. Okay. If we send the babies out, then our upgrade costs will be measly. I'd love to send them out on a longer mission, but I could send some fully upgraded ones out on a shorter mission. So the Gibbering Prophet probably does incredible damage. I really should have focused on it before. Let's go on this champion mission next, and we'll probably take Theon. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know this one was a little short compared to my normal ones, but I'm trying to get back in the swing of things and try and prepare for XCOM 2's launch, which is going to be huge. February 5th, we're going to do a massive live stream. I'm going to cover a good chunk of the main campaign, I suspect, and a bunch of the mods, because I'm really interested in how the mods turn out and all the, oh my god, it's going to be awesome. Anyway, if you haven't checked out my Advent calendar series, then you're 22 days behind, but on day 25, things are really going to kick up, and it's going to be awesome, 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 I promise. So, even if you haven't tuned into the earlier stuff, they're all kind of standalone, but 25 to 31, those episodes are going to be amazing. Till then, farewell.